Hello, I'm Mr Davis, I'm Head of Geography.
Hello, I'm Mrs Chataway Matthews and I'm also a geography teacher in the school.
Okay, there are several reasons you shouldn't take geography, and it's quite important that you take geography for the right reasons. Now, first of all, if you think your teacher is amazing, I'm sure they are, but there's a good chance next year you won't have the same teacher. You might love your head of year, you might know Mr Hussey as a geography teacher, but again, that's not a reason that you should take geography to GCSE. You might love colouring in maps, and I've seen some wonderfully coloured in maps, but geography is much more academic than that. It doesn't really involve much colouring in. There is a lot of writing and other academic side to it. Just because your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend are taking geography, that is also not a reason that you should take it. You should be taking it because it's useful to you. Don't think there isn't much writing in geography. There is a fair bit of writing, as well as a little bit of maths. And the other issue is to do with parents. Sometimes parents try and persuade you geography is a really good subject, and I'd probably agree with them. But you should be taking geography because you want to do it, not because someone else is telling you to do it.
There are so many reasons to take geography, and the first most important reason should be that you enjoy the subject. You'll often find that the subjects that you enjoy the most are the subjects that you're best at. And obviously, if you want a good grade at GCSE, and I'm sure you all do, if you're good at a subject, you're more likely to get a higher grade if you're good at it. If you enjoy the work we do in geography, learning about the world, different types of lessons, map skills, group work, decision-making exercises, if you enjoy those types of lessons, then geography could be for you. You might also know already what you want to do when you leave school and the kind of career that you want to do, and taking geography might help you in that pathway. If you enjoy fieldwork, so many wonderful opportunities for fieldwork in geography. And if I think back to when I was at school, often you don't remember every single lesson that you had, but you always remember the fieldwork or the trips that you went on, which is one of the main ways that we can learn in geography, and it's so fantastic to get outside. But there are 7 geography teachers within the school. We've got Mr Davis, Miss Knowles, Mr Hussey, Mrs Joy, Mr Ennis, Mr Chatton, and also myself.
What kind of subjects would I study in geography? Well, there's a whole range of subjects. Many of them you've done at Key Stage 3. So in years 7 and 8, you might have studied things like ecosystems, rainforest, weather, climate change, some of the urban issues like deprivation in inner city areas. You might have gone out and done some field work. You might have studied tectonic activity, volcanoes and earthquakes. All those areas we continue to study at GCSE, but in more depth.
There are lots of fieldwork opportunities in geography. We have to do 3 full days of fieldwork, and we do one on physical geography, and we go to the coast, so we go to Bridlington and Flamborough Head to look at coastal erosion. And we also do a human geography trip to Leeds to look at urban issues and opportunities and challenges that Leeds experiences. We also have a 5-day residential trip to Sorrento. Now, this is an amazing opportunity to go to Italy, to go at Mount Vesuvius, to make some pizzas, and to have a boat trip along the Amalfi Coast. All the students that have been on the trip just think that trip is amazing, so fantastic opportunity for you there. We also have guest speakers coming into school, so it could be anybody from the Environment Agency, or somebody from the council, or somebody coming to speak to you about a local charity or how they help different people throughout the world.
How will you be assessed? There are several ways of assessing you in geography. There are 3 papers. One is a physical geography paper, which is where you do your tectonics and your weather and your rivers and your climate change. The other one is a human geography paper, where you study urban issues and the economic world, and why some countries are rich, some countries are poor, why the world might be unfair, and what we can do about it to make it more of a fair place. The third paper is skills and fieldwork. And so we'll look at geographical skills such as map reading, such as interpreting graphs and maps, and also going out and collecting your own data from your own fieldwork and then writing that up.
In terms of things that you can do with geography, geography is called a facilitating subject, both at GCSE and at A-level, and universities like geography because they know that it creates a really well-rounded student. But in terms of what could you do with geography, you can do lots of things. Obviously, you could be a geography teacher, or you might go into the travel and tourism industry. You might want to work with computers and look at GIS and modelling. You might want to be a meteorologist, that's a weather person delivering the news, an oceanographer, a marine biologist, even a social worker. You might want to study pollution and climate change and think about how we can tackle global warming. You might want to go into recycling or work for the council or be a town planner. There are so many different things that you can do with geography. So there's a common misconception that certain subjects are better to study law at university. So there's so many different things that you could do, and geography can open many doors for you.
At the end, if you've got any further questions, if you could email me or come and find me or speak to your geography teacher, we'll be able to help you make the right choice.